Hey everybody, Adam Savage. I am at Propstore in Los Angeles with Brandon Allinger. How are you, sir?
Adam, you're back. Good to see you. It hasn't been too long.
It hasn't been too long, but I had to come back for this. We're still in 2025 here, the 50th anniversary year of Jaws, and you have a remarkable thing here, which I have not even seen. You just told me what's in here, and it blew my mind wide open. What is this?
This is an incredible discovery, and it's actually not just what's in the box. What's in the box, we're going to find out. But the box itself plays in the movie. So anybody out there who clicked on the video because they're a Jaws fan remembers the green case that Robert Shaw pulls out on the Orca, and inside is, of course, the Harpoon gun.
Sorry.
And what is so wonderful about this as a prop is the wood grain and what wood grain lets us do with screen matching. So this is the one that we see on camera in close up in the movie. Every bit of this detail you can read like a map in 4K resolution on the film.
Holy cow.
And it's surfacing for the first time in 50 years. It's something that hasn't been seen. Look, it's amazing. For me, it's probably one of the best pieces that exists from that movie and what a movie it is, right?
So I want to tell you, I love this prop. I am mildly obsessed with this prop. In my Jaws folder, there's a Harpoon gun folder, and in there I have found, because this was a product, not a ton of these were made, but I found some historical pictures of the product with the idea that maybe I'll eventually someday build myself one. It would have never occurred to me that the original would still be in this kind of condition.
I mean, it probably has been sitting on a boat for decades, literally, like for potential use.
On an actual boat.
Yeah. So let me talk. I've addressed the fact that it photo matches, screen matches.
Right.
Let's talk about where it came from.
Just to take one more point about the photo matching, were you able to photo match the outside of the green case as well?
All of it. The outside, the inside. So Shaw pulls it out. You get a really nice close up
on the table.
Yeah. The light kind of washes across it, and you see things like this big scratch here.
Yeah.
I actually have, if we want to look at some of the, screenshots.
Oh, yes!
So there's a big long scratch there, which is running toward you.
Right.
And then there's like a cross scratch there, which is this little guy.
Yep.
And then you can just see the screw head there. You can see the round circle.
Dude.
This mark is this. And when you go in and you study it, and we'll show, of course on Propstore we'll have the screen match side by sides, every inch of this screen matches. And then when you open it up,
even the coils of rope.
The coils are just like that. And so let's look at, you see like this wear here above the hinge. And then when you go in and look, all this wood grain pops and you can zoom in. And everything in here is 100%. And then the rifle itself, the biggest thing is these kind of 3 horizontal bands, which you see here. But then again, if you go in and you really start studying, every little bit of everything is just 1000% it. And down to look, the cleaning accessories from 50 years ago, which are right there in the shot.
In the correct order. Look how white and innocent they were back then and now yellowed with age.
I will say I restaged the order. I'm not sure they were sitting in that order of 50. That was a little bit of me in the screenshot.
Totally fair.
Restaging the order. But
totally fair. You've been doing this. You've been screen matching props to movies for decades. This has to be a high watermark for you.
I think so. I mean, I think because this is a movie that there just isn't a lot around from, and it is such a beloved title. I mean, I don't know anyone who doesn't love Jaws. It's kind of the original blockbuster, right?
Yeah.
And so this is, in my opinion, one of the best, if not the best pieces to ever surface. And to be able to screen match the outside, the inside, the gun itself, it's just amazing, and we're not done yet.
Okay,
So there's more. There's more
to this.
So in the movie, we see him pull it out of the case like that and actually put the rifle together, right? Yeah. So here, let's do that. Let's go ahead and just so we can see. And you basically just thread in. Just make sure you got it nice and straight.
Yeah.
You are Quint in this moment.
I am. Farewell and adieu to your fair Spanish ladies. Oh my God, I'm having a sense memory of the action he takes, because he does this.
Okay, now it stops at a certain point, right? That's exactly what you see happen on film. It's not all the way in. Reason for that is you've got to open up the action in order to be able to take it further. So once you open that, then you can take it all the rest of the way in. But in the movie, he just stops there. They probably handed it to a prop guy off camera.
Amazing.
So that is the Harpoon gun, and it fires a real cartridge. It's a blank.
Right, it's a blank cartridge that it's like a mortar gun,
exactly,
right?
Yeah. And so this is, of course, it's not loaded at the moment. This is the harpoon that comes with the case. This is all made by a company called Greener. We think they made these between the 1950s and 1970s. They probably made several hundred of them.
Okay.
But in the movie, you'll see him pull this out, put it on the barrel.
And that's a...
But what is more fun than that is right here in the box.
Yeah.
And this has been living in this box for 50 years. This is the custom to shoot into the
hypodermic
shark.
Needle.
Well, it's so they don't rip the skin of the shark up. So if you see a close up in the film where it's actually going in, that's what they were shooting. And look at the Bondo. Look how fabricated. Here, I'll trade you. I'll take this.
They have made, oh my goodness, to find this at the bottom of this box must have been insane.
Because that is totally custom made for the film. No other Greener set that you would find would have this in it.
Because
look
this
at
is
the Bondo. It's like, that is the tell. I mean, we know anyway because it all photo matches, but that's the tell that it's from Jaws. And you can just imagine some boating guy getting this 20 years later going, why does this thing in the case?
Yeah, what the hell is that?
Yeah, why is it so homemade?
That is,
but you can go frame by frame and you'll see, and I'm sure they made this because if you put this real one in the shark, it would rip the skin up.
Oh yeah, it would tear it to pieces. That's what it's meant to do.
Right.
But they just wanted it sticking out of there.
Yeah.
Dude, that is
How
insane.
cool is that,
that is at the bottom of it. Is such an incredible reveal.
Yeah. No, it's just, look, it's amazing. And so the story is, in 1990, there was a Butterfield and Butterfields auction here in Los Angeles. It was essentially a gun auction. Armory, something like that.
Right.
And the title was Including Property from a Major Motion Picture Studio. Well, that major motion picture studio was Universal Studios. They were liquidating their gun room or their armory that previously they used to rent prop guns to movies.
Right.
And in that auction was one Greener Harpoon gun identified by serial number. It's in the catalog, and it is this gun, this serial number, which is right here on the bottom.
How long did it take you to find that auction, to find that provenance?
So we didn't track this down. The person that tracked it down had done all the research and brought it all to us. Someone very knowledgeable in movie history and movie gun history, someone who was actually at this auction in 1990.
Oh, shit.
And this wasn't really on their radar at the time, but he came in later and we were just chatting and he was like, I bet you that the harpoon gun they used in that movie is the one they sold in the Universal auction. And later he was able to track it down. We got it in, we looked at the photos, we looked at the screen matches, and it is 1000% the one. And the dart, the custom dart.
Insane. The dart is the icing on the cake.
Yes.
Everything else is just incredible.
Yeah.
This is the icing on the, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
What a one of one remarkable prop to be uncovered after all these years.
I mean, for it to still exist and to be in this condition, and again, it just, look, as collectors, we love screen matches, and there's some good shots from Jaws. There's like a photograph of Robert Shaw holding the rifle, and he's kind of got the stock tucked under his arm, and you see the bottom, you see these stripes right here on the wood.
Right.
And it's just it. I mean, it's just undeniably, unquestionably the one.
It's also, in the screen match photos you were showing, you can see these corners in their original finery, all silver and new. Yeah. And I was a little afraid when we opened the box that the condition of the gunmetal here was going to be similar, but it is in really
it's pretty good.
Conditions.
Yeah, there's a couple things we noticed. We got a little crack in the stock, and I'm pretty sure this rubber pad is a replacement because you can see it doesn't fit especially well.
Yeah.
And apparently these are known to break down. And I mean, we're talking 50 years.
A 50-year-old piece of plastic could turn to dust.
Yeah. So I think somebody replaced that at some point. But even with the crack there and such, and it's possible that the wood would have been revarnished at some point, but it doesn't lose its inherent characteristics of wood grain. So.
Unbelievable. Oh my God. Thank you so much for showing this to me.
You're a Jaws guy.
I am a Jaws guy through and through. Can I take some pictures of this from my archive?
Yes, that's what it's here for.
Okay, and this isn't the only awesome Jaws piece you wanted to show me today.
Yes, here, let's set this down.
Away. Okay, dude.
This is just explain it for the audience. The second great Jaws piece that has been discovered, and this is the original Quint fishing rod from the film, the actual on-camera screen match fishing rod. The reel is one from the production, but we don't think it's the on-camera one. It all came out of a prop house. It was acquired from the prop house in the early 1980s, and they were able to confirm around that time with the prop master that it was one that went out on Jaws, and we can screen match the rod exactly based on this twine pattern here, which is hand wrapped and totally unique. And even things like the placement of this decal, which is the manufacturer logo. It's a company called Fenwick that made these rods. Everything about it matches up exactly.
And this is like made at a time when each model piece might be slightly different than the other one on the production line.
That's right. If you go look at photos of just similar rods Fenwick was making at the time, this part is wildly different. You know, sometimes it's wrapped like that, sometimes the sticker's up here. It's all over the place. And there are just subtle nuances in this. Like there's a point where the two lines kind of pinch together right in here, and the other ones are not pinching. And when we go in and, you know, we put together our side-by-side photo comparisons, you can see it's just, again, it's undeniable. Everything matches up so perfectly.
Amazing. And the reel is the same exact make and model that they use in production.
And came from the same prop house, same time. We think it went out on the film. We don't think it's the exact one. In looking at it, the little crank handle here is slightly different. But it is the overall, it's called a Penn Senator 16-0 reel. So that's what you're looking for, Adam. Yes, go for it. Yeah.
That's what I think of as Jaws, is that sound.
Yeah.
That first time it starts to click.
Yeah.
And I said this to you off camera. I realized that like shot of the line in the water going boink, like this is a total precursor to the Jurassic Park water T-Rex footstep.
Spielberg likes his tricks.
He likes a little water telling you some big monster's coming.
Yeah.
It's also cartoonishly large.
Yes, which I think was the point. I think it was probably a directive to the prop master: go find the single largest fishing rod and reel that somebody might use to catch a shark, right?
Look at the art on the side here too. Oh, actually, it's beautiful.
Yes, yeah, the sort of engraving, yeah.
Oh, dude.
And you can see there's like a painted distressing that's been applied to all the metalwork.
Oh, yeah.
And you see that in the film very clearly. And even there's a couple publicity photos where you see this little roller setup and the screw heads are sitting at the exact same angles that they were 50 years ago in Jaws. Now somebody could say, hold on, Brandon, you just reset those screw heads. I didn't touch them, I promise. That is exactly how they came in the door. And you know, it's just amazing. I was able to do a bit of research. There's a book all about the history of these Fenwick fishing rods.
Yeah.
And we got a serial number here on the side that starts with L. L is the date code for 1973 to 1974.
Which is right around the time they would have been purchasing
exactly
this for
what
production.
you would want to see.
Oh
so
my gosh.
Everything about this checked out. And again, it's just a wonderful, memorable piece of Jaws. And Jaws is a movie that we've had so little from over the years. We've had, I think, a clapperboard, or one of the really nice shark tooth clapperboards.
The eyes.
The eyes that we looked at, which was a lot of fun. But not a lot else, you know. It's a tough title for collectors.
And the Harpoon gun and this, they don't come from the same source. This is just two recent discoveries. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yeah, they're ultimately independent, although the same researcher was involved with finding both of them. So,
very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool, dude. These are unbelievable unicorns of pieces.
Yes, I mean look. Either one on its own would be fantastic. To have the two together at the same time. And here we are, you know, December 2025, we're capping off the 50th. It's been a big year for Jaws. Love the new documentary that came out. And, you know, in the collecting world, we love seeing pieces like this surface.
Well, you know, the go with this has to be the chair. Is the chair shown up over the years?
I'm pretty sure the chair was sold at some point.
Oh, amazing.
I think the chair went through another auction some time ago. I don't recall ever really checking it out, but there was definitely a chair that was offered.
Because to me, if I had this, I would display it in the house in such that you could sit in a chair and be like.
Well, I think you're not going to want to hold this for long without that chair.
No, it's got to be in a thing. Yeah. Brandon, it's amazing. I really appreciate you breaking these out to show us, especially in the year of Jaws' 50th anniversary.
Yes. Yeah, no, it's absolutely. And so, coming to auction in March 2026.
Okay.
On the 51st anniversary of Jaws. But we got the announcement out for the 50th, so we're happy about that.
Dude, amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Incredible piece. Thank you guys so much for watching. One of my favorite things we make in our tested store are demerit badges. These are like scout badges, but for screwing stuff up, because screwing up is not just a part of the making process, it is intrinsic to it, and we like to celebrate that. We've got 27 so far in the Supervisors bundle that you can go buy right now by clicking on the link in the description, but we also have a booster pack of some brand new patches. This is the demerit badge for burning off your eyebrow. I am proudly sewing that to all of my clothes. This is the demerit badge for having a messy workbench, which I do not get today. My workbench is super clean. And we have new octagonal patches that are, yep, merit badges. This is the merit badge for sweeping up your shop. Congratulations, I'm so proud of you. And this, oh my God, this is great. This is the merit badge for creating a clean space on your bench. Hey, we got to take our successes where they come and meet them there. Go to the tested-store.com or adamsavage.com to buy any of these, or click on a link in the description.